John Miglosh for the WDMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Well, the big news this week is that Google is going to stop reading your emails to do Gmail context-sensitive ads. I can't remember one ad that I thought was relevant from Google, but they've decided to stop because they're concerned about legal issues, the confusion with their enterprise software, and they're still going to be using their Android and Google Plus. Does anybody ever go to Google Plus? Data to keep track of us. Now, I think that's especially funny because I have an Android phone and I read the Google stories. I open them up almost every day just to see how irrelevant they could be. Google doesn't even keep track of relevance, and they don't keep track of your Google. I have saved searches. I have a saved search on Bubba Watson. I love Bubba Watson. And they never send that. They sent me one about some lady wading into murky water on some golf event to retrieve the putter that was broken. Great. But this one takes the cake. Mom opened nappy to find son had been circumcised. This is on the BBC 13 hours ago. A mother described the distress of discovering her baby son had been circumcised without her consent. You know what? I was circumcised without my consent either. And I bet if you were too. So anyway, Google does such a terrible job. Every time I search for technology, let's say I have an Excel question, I have to manually click tools, I have to manually click time frame, and I have to manually click 1 year or newer because they give me answers from 2005 that absolutely have no relevance whatsoever. So Google, I would say you have no clue what context is about. You give me global warming stories in the wrong direction. You don't keep track of my favorite people. It's just a hilarious joke. You're a joke, Google, and I hope this thing gets to you someday. But more importantly, I just want to touch on at NMOA in March, one of the bigger catalog companies did a presentation, and they decided to try out a technology giant's context-sensitive ad placement. They didn't mention anyone whose name started with a G, but it seemed like it might be that. They said that they had a very large contract with them, and that when the project started, they were shocked to find out that the technology giant had no interest whatsoever in anything that they thought they knew about their customers. This technology giant knew better. Does it sound familiar? You know, it could have been Amazon, or who retargets me for everything I haven't bought. I don't go on Amazon anymore. I will not go near Amazon because I don't want to see the tripod I already bought or whatever it is that I thought I might want. There's no way there's not enough in my psychological makeup to go to Amazon and let them target me all day long. But anyway, they ask nothing about their customers, nothing about their product, their company history, nothing. And it failed miserably. They got a very, very large refund from the technology giant, and they said that they were just stunned by how bad the whole thing worked. Just terrible. And frankly, it doesn't surprise me one little bit, to be honest, at all. So I just want and hope that someday Google will figure out that they don't know what they're doing, and that they ask some old guy with a white beard about how to figure out things about your customers. Direct marketing, the most powerful tool we have. I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing.